First, it started off in Flint, Michigan. I was 15 the first time that I actually moved out. I got the chance to go to Fort Worth, Texas, but we're just going to skip past that Fort Worth, Texas. I was just a senior in school, doing dancing and whatnot, staying with my grandmother. It's when I came back to Flint, Michigan, that I had a bad pattern of drinking alcohol, and me drinking led my brain to depression, anxiety, and making horrible decisions as a young being as well. I really wasn't going to school. I was filling spaces in my heart and my mind with a relationship, wasting my energy amongst the person that I was dating. But as she even seen that I was falling, she had so much love in her that she didn't give up. But I ended up staying in abandoned houses, sleeping in abandoned houses. For what reason? I shouldn't have. I had a family, but my conscious mind were so big and deep that I knew that my frequency was way higher than being around individuals that were still working on their self. I do come up from a family of about 14 of us as well, which is amazing. But my senior year, once school was done, I went to school to have fun. I went to school to love and share the peace. And for acting, I went for theater all the time, and I went for dancing. But my mind was already set that this is not for me. Being growing up in Flint, Michigan, as you guys know, we have the water crisis. I already knew that Flint was spiraling down. So as for myself, me drinking alcohol, it really took a toll on me. It took a very, very big toll on me. And with that being said, it really it took a toll on me so heavy because the music I listened to was very negative. The people I was around was very negative. The energy that I was around was very negative. Um, I was in a mindset where in Flint, Michigan, we grew up in, I don't even want to say the hood, it's worse than the hood. We grew up in hell. No water, no lights, no gas. Lucky we're sharing meals, you know what I'm saying? And my parents didn't know what I know now, so we had a lot of demonic energy, a lot of demonic spirits around as well. I just seen 222. I see universe, right place at the right time, doing the right thing. But with that being said, when I went homeless, my grandmother gave me a leeway to come to Savannah, Georgia. And that's what changed the game. She gave me a leeway to come to Savannah, Georgia. So I got lucky. I lucked out on that one because I was sleeping in a abandoned house. It's just me, myself, and I. And the beautiful thing is that Savannah, Georgia story was a little bit better. So when I did get to Savannah, Georgia, which was pretty amazing, I was 18, going on 19. I got to work at Walmart. That was my first job, working into like retail. And then I met my best friend Key, and my grandmother was moving out of Savannah, Georgia. I stacked up my next 2 checks because I wasn't going back to Flint, Michigan after what I just been through. When you're homeless, you only think about not being homeless again. So I stacked up my checks, got into my place, and I had everything. Bills was paid, a month of rent ahead. I didn't have love. I'm a Libra. I need love. So money doesn't faze me. Money doesn't excite me. So without that love, I started drinking again. Ha, real funny. You think you'll learn? No, I didn't. Bad pattern. Drinking again. And then my empathy, I was working at Spencer Gifts as well as a manager. I had some roommates that was becoming homeless. And I don't believe anybody should be homeless. I don't believe that people should turn their head because somebody's homeless and they're doing less of them. So my conscious mind was like, hey, I have a living room. I live in a studio. At least I have a bedroom to myself. In this studio, you guys can stay in the living room. They introduced me to triple C's. I started taking triple C's 7 to 11 to 13 to 15 pills a day. One time I took 15 pills, smoked as well. Pills don't kick in until 3 hours later. I was so mad that the pills took so long to kick in. I got crossfaded. Worst thing ever, I started actually seeing my demons in my room. I actually started seeing the devil stand over me while I was throwing up in the toilet. First, I couldn't even move. I was laying on this big 5 to 9 inch teddy bear. My daughter over there, she's sleeping. But if you guys can see back there, she has the unicorn back there. So with that being said, I was just laying on that, and I have pictures of me being very, very dosed off. I had my little lights around, but I was seeing spirits. I was doing tarot card readings, but being tarot card reading, I was doing that because my my spiritual beings and my ancestors was guiding me to do that for other people, but I didn't know about saging. I didn't know about cleaning my energy, cleaning my space, and healing myself. Those four things, those four aspects, I liked it. I didn't get to that until the future. But with that being said, I carried other people's energy, and they bad energy was up on me, and I had that energy of myself as well, still sharing smiles and love, but bad energy just from doing bad things and listening to bad music and watching bad stuff is very, very important. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. You guys should definitely catch up on that right there. But Savannah, Georgia, my right arm, I'm very ink with the cookie monster sleeve. That goes up. The guy that did it noticed I was homeless and I worked at Spencer Gifts. He let me stay with him, and he did my whole arm. Once he was done with my arm, it was time to go. I don't like being under anybody, so I was just wandering the streets, and I eventually put my 2 weeks notice in at Spencer Gifts, but I didn't leave in 2 weeks. Very, very bad behavior on me. And then at that, the next thing that I did, I was staying with another lady, Miss Donna. She had a daughter as well, and they treated me like family. I didn't pay no rent or anything, but they noticed that I was a good spirit, and I went homeless as well. After that, my granny called me and was like, hey, you want to make a change? I said, yes, I need to make a change. There's nothing here, and I can't keep drinking alcohol. So I had the ability to go back home to Muskegon, Michigan, live in the country with my great-grandma Juanita, was able to farm, was able to enjoy nature. Nature always saves me. Whenever I'm homeless, I breathe in the air of nature. I love to sleep outside. I love to sleep in the grass. I love to connect with Mother Nature so I can connect with myself and get to face my demons and get to face my fears. That is one thing that really helps me is nature. My auntie passed away, and after she passed away, I had to go. I had to get out. I run from problems. I run from fear. That was my pattern when I was very, very young. I didn't have a father figure, because his father figure, my grandpa, was passed at an early age. So I didn't have really a father figure to really go to and say, hey, this is bothering me. This is happening. And my mom, she's a Pisces, and I'm not sure if you guys understand these astrologies, but a Pisces is two fishes. They're supposed to have a man and a female. She don't believe in it. She's not spiritually connected, but she's more materialistically. And my dad's a Virgo, and I'm a Libra. But with all my siblings, you really can't focus on you. And coming from where I'm from, they tried to program our minds so we are distracted 24/7. So as you're here, if you're watching this, you're at the right place at the right time. But if you guys can with me, take three big deep breaths. Feel relaxed, feel comfortable. At the right place at the right time. The third time of being homeless was in Las Vegas. When I was in Las Vegas, I actually was drinking again. I was dancing on Fremont Street, which was amazing. Drinks came like this because Vegas, you can get them way more freer. People love my dancing, so they gave me more drinks. This is before I got into the cannabis industry of cannabis, how it changed my life. Graduated from Cannabis Training University out of Oakland University, California. So I do have my master's in that about healing and teaching others how cannabis can change their life and actually be a very great impact on them. But enough of that. About that, I was in Vegas dancing. The way that I got in Vegas, I went on a website called Meet Me, met an Asian, stayed with her mom, paid my 2 months rent ahead of time. After my 2 months rent was done, I met a girl named Brya. She let me sneak in and out of her mom's house. We're still cool until this day. And she started seeing me go down, and she was like, you gotta go to Fremont. You gotta go make some money. You gotta go do you. I really don't need my iPad. So with that being said, I went to Fremont, I danced, met this guy named Jay Truth who made $4,000 our first performance, which was amazing. It was with a high school band, which was amazing. That was like one of the greatest things. And he was homeless at the time as well. We didn't even know each other. And the first time we both touched Fremont, we both linked and both made that win together. That was nothing but spirit guides and my ancestors guided me to where I need to be in the universe. So I thank you, Brian. And my brother, Jay Truth, man, I see you in the lights. I thank you too. Very, very grateful. The next was that though, when I did get drunk, there's no trees out there, there's no grass out there, there was no shade out there. So most of all, I was in the desert. I was going, trying to stay close to the strip as possible, but I was sleeping on the sides of people's houses, of hotels. I went into hotels to wash up. I went into subways, bathrooms to wash up. I did some crazy stuff. I would keep a duffel bag, and I would have my clean clothes in there, and I had my dirty clothes. And I was so cool with the homeless people because when I did go to the shelter, if I did, I would stay there at night until I started hearing about the bed bugs. And then I would tell my story to them on how they can keep pushing. But everybody doesn't see it at the same perception, depending on what frequency that they're at in their mind. So long story short, I tried to stop drinking, but every time I would dance, people would tip me. And this is what I mean by demons in disguise. They were tipping me because they loved my presence and my dancing and my smiling face. But I feel like demons come in different spiritual beings. A lot of people don't understand that you can't underestimate a demon. Just like how, certain people believe in God and angels, and you do believe in that, you can't underestimate a demon. As we evolve, demons evolve. And with that being said, you have to be careful. When I was drinking, people was buying me shots, and when they were buying me shots, I would try to leave Fremont before it got very, very bad. And most of the times when it did get very, very bad, my friends would notice, and my family all stayed in Flint, Michigan, so it's not like I had anybody to run to, but my friends would notice. And when they would notice, they would tell me, like, hey, man, you need some help, and they would offer their homes or whatnot. But me being the person that I am, I was always stubborn. I never wanted that help. So, long story short, I eventually, I was sleeping on the side of apartment buildings, washing up when I can. I stayed on a bus because in Vegas, you can ride the bus for free. When you're a local, you guys should know this. You can go to strip, ride for free. You know that. Show your ID that you're local. I slept on the buses until I had my mind together. I was on Instagram watching other inspirational people talk about their life and how they got better at things and how they did it. So I used Mother Nature. I soaked up the sun as much as I can every morning. That made me an early bird, soaking up the sun, refreshing my brain, refreshing my body, refreshing the chemical cells to my body, to my mind, to make me a better individual. That was amazing. And then I drank more water. I stayed away from alcohol. I didn't even eat much because I was drinking so much. So I only drank water. I only ate cookies at $1 at Walgreens. And I started to love myself again. I started to smile. At the end of the day, I started realizing, hey, you got you. You are only you in this world. There's nobody that can save you. This is my daughter, Unicorns. And the story is just magical because every time that I evolve, I realize, okay, cool, you put yourself in this position, and this is a life lesson learned. Before you can get to the next step in life, you have to break the barriers of what's already holding you back. You can't get $1 million without $1 million plan, without even having 1,000 or without having 10,000. You can't jump that leap. And with that being said, a lot of people came to me, and I got to tell them the same thing. Don't be scared of death. Don't be scared of moving on. Don't be scared of what's really out there. Don't even think about what's out there. You have to trust in yourself. Just like a caterpillar. A caterpillar does not know that they're going to turn into a beautiful butterfly until they come out that cocoon and they eat that cocoon and they see those beautiful wings up on them. Right then and there, magic happens. So with that being said, after I did eventually end up in California, the way that I got there, I met a beautiful woman, that's my daughter, mom, and she was on METH for a long, long time. And when I met her, I decided, okay, cool, I have my place. I have a job on Fremont as well. I did definitely get a job, and I went back dancing, but I didn't dance as much. She didn't even know how locally popular I was in Vegas. Vegas is my home because of everything I've been through there. But when I helped her out, I didn't know that alcohol would destroy her as it destroyed me. And we ended up both homeless again, moved to Utah. And then after that whole year of connecting, we moved to California with her father-in-law. This is the last story. When I was in California, the way that I went homeless, I bought my first car, dancing. And when I did that, after I bought my first car, I just couldn't stay at her dad's house no more. I was at the age where I was just like, I'm in California and I'm getting in my comfort zone where I'm hitting the mountain, I'm running the mountain, I'm soaking up the sun, I'm getting a good energized workout. I have my EBT, so that's how I really ate every time that I was homeless. I had my EBT, and if I couldn't wash my clothes, I sold my EBT so I can wash my clothes at laundromats. Just to let y'all know if you ever go homeless with that little point of view. But being homeless, when I got my car, I told him, hey, I got to go. Your daughter, she can stay here if she want, or she can sleep in the car with me. But I was like, I just can't be under the roof and just lounging under you. So that changed my life. That changed my life big time. We stayed in the car. We slept at parks. When we got pulled over at parks, we slept on the side of the road in LA. When we wasn't sleeping in LA, we washed up at parks. We slept in laundry rooms. I even slept in a tent with MJ mom. We've been through it rough. We had a whole 4 years together, fixing negative problems, negative patterns, healing ourselves conscious wise and body wise. So with that being said, let me wrap this a little bit on up. But with that being said, the way that I did that, I did the same plan. I went to nature. Me and her started hitting the mountain every day, soaking up the sun as much as we can. We started to lay in the grass. We started to listen to meditation music. We started to listen to our inner self and our inner mind, our conscious mind. You have to sit down. You don't got to sit. You got to be at peace. You got to be at peace. You have to let your brain breathe. Your brain is like an engine. Your brain is like an iPhone, iPad battery. You keep it running, it's going to eventually overflow. It's eventually going to overheat. So if you can't sit your brain down and let it actually grasp all that database, your brain will overheat eventually. And that's how you get anxiety and depression. And not even that, but your brain, it still needs to save all that memory. Your brain is so powerful and to save all that memory. And I started realizing as I meditated, my spirit guide said, hey, quit giving your energy to everyone. You don't have to go to the clubs. Why do you need to go to the club and give your energy to all of those people? When it comes to social media, why do you need to talk to everybody? All that energy you could be manifesting, getting exactly what you want. And once I started to learn how my energy works, yeah, I definitely have meditated, and I started cutting off people like a piece of pie. I was cutting them off like cake. I was cutting them off like pizza. And when I tell you the cheese came in, the cheese came in. I started eating better. My fruits and vegetables. Important, y'all. This stuff comes from the ground, Mother Nature. If you really want to be real, get back to Mother Nature. What comes from Mother Nature? Your plants. And do you knowledge on it? Do you knowledge on it? Don't take my word for it. Being homeless, you will consistently be homeless in life. Unless if you just like say, hey, cool, I'm just gonna make this money, where I can be homeless. But if you're like me, before I have my daughter, if you don't have no kids, get out the house. Get out your comfort zone. How do you expect to be anywhere or go anywhere without jumping out your body to say, okay, cool, what would happen if I didn't have these resources? You know, with that being said, it's like your comfort zone, like I said, your comfort zone, you're a caterpillar. You want to evolve, right? You want to travel. You want to see beautiful things. You want to be around beautiful people. Just like when you were a teenager, your mom says, no tattoos, no drinking, no partying. And at that second split moment in your brain, you're saying, I'm going to do it anyways. Even that you feel the chills in your body, even that you are nervous, even that you know that, hey, this might be a little bit painful, you still do it anyways because you've made that decision. So you are your own guru. You are your own green light, red light. You are your own God and goddess. All I ask is sit down, let your brain think sometimes, and just ask the universe, hey, or ask yourself, hey, what do I want? Let me forgive myself. Let me love myself. Because at the end of the day, you only have you. You come in this world by yourself and you leave out by yourself. So being homeless, that it's not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. You just got to cherish the involvement and enjoy the experience because you're going to meet people that you're going to need to know. You're going to do things that you need to do because you do not know what the universe or what you have for you in the next plan. If you just sit at home all day watching Netflix, then just say your next 10 years you'll be watching at home watching Netflix. I always put in my diary, hey, you're around 5 geniuses, you'll be the 6th genius. You're around 5 idiots, you'll be the 6th idiot. If you're around 5 athletes, millionaires, and procrastinators, you'll be the 5th athlete, millionaire, procrastinator. So choose who you want to be around, choose who you want to have your energy around. And I just want to say thank you for listening to my story. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you for being here. I hope I didn't talk too low. And I hope that you guys understand that homelessness is not a bad thing. We all got stories, but that is not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. Cherish it. Love it. Because one day you will be able to do the free things that you want to do and move the way you want to move. And just remember, time is an illusion. And time is an illusion. When there's up, there's a down. When there's a down, there's a up. When there's a sun shining bright, there's a moon that might bring the stars out at night. I hope you guys understand my love and my energy. We are out and we are gone. I have to go take my medicine because I need to get in the zone.